Hi, welcome to the Harvestworks live streaming channel. My name is Carol Parkinson. I'm the director of our Digital Media Arts Center in New York City. Tune in frequently. Tune in frequently to hear the latest news from our art center and watch the artist presentations that are broadcast from our studios. You can also sign up for our newsletter at our website, harvestworks.org. Tonight we're streaming something a little different. We're presenting Telepresents, an online celebration of sound artist and composer Jess Rowland's new release, Telepresents, featuring designer Aimee Norwich. This 40-minute event includes excerpts from Telepresents with a question and answer time with me, Jess, and Aimee. Put your questions in the Google chat as we go along, and we'll answer them at the end of the presentation. Telepresents explores the computer screen as a musical instrument. It frames telepresence as an act of anarchy. Cloud computing, video conferencing, and text-to-speech are all misappropriated in the creation of an alternative to our ever-consuming screen world vortex. This world is comprised of 3 video and sound works by Jess Rowland, crafted and compiled together with Aimee. The release is a unique one-of-a-kind VHS tape, which acts like a USB drive that you can plug into your computer. The world's first VHS/USB. As such, in addition to the unique videos by Jess, Telepresents is also an old school physical art object designed by Aimee Norwich. During the online release celebration, you'll get to see not only excerpts from Jess's Telepresents, but also a special introduction from Aimee about her fantabulous invention and her new art object. The regular edition VHS tape with thumb drive and media is available on at jessrowlandstudio.com, and in a limited edition, it costs $16. I think we're ready to begin. Oh, I want to tell you a little bit about the artist. Jess Rowland is a sound artist, musician, composer, and author. Jess's work explores the relationship between technologies, popular culture, and other absurdities, investigating the weirdness of reality and how we all deal with it. Aimee is a musician, inventor, filmmaker, instrument builder, and visual artist. Aimee's formal music education is in jazz and classical electric bass, audio production, and room acoustics. Much of the technology she uses in the recording studio is gear that she builds, such as tube microphones, preamps, and various gadgets.
Really?
Just so you know, both artists have been recent residents of Harvestworks. So let's go to the show. Thank you very much.
Hi, Carol. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Carol.
My pleasure. Are we going to see the videotape first? What do we see first?
You know, I think maybe what I'll do is maybe I should just give a brief introduction to the actual pieces before we see them, if that's all right with everyone out there in computer world. We're going to see a few videos today, as well as a special video made just for this broadcast. Doesn't exist anywhere else. Get ready for that too. The first video I'm going to show is one of the pieces that's in my release, Telepresents. The whole idea behind this release is to explore the theme of being telepresent. Some of you may be familiar with that concept, sort of the idea of being present and not present at the same time, which is kind of the way we live right now, I think, quite a bit. For example, I'm present with you now, but I'm also not there. And so what is that about? So these are works for screen, and they're works for screen that explore the screen as a musical instrument. Exploring that idea of how I think we all feel a little disconnected, and I certainly do. And we make the best we can out of it. But I wanted to reappropriate the technologies that we use all the time that corporations give us, and we're told to use a certain way, and use them in a different way. So this first piece is called Autodidactic. It's a piece I made actually for Hans Timon's 100th anniversary of Dada celebration at Spectrum, New York City, and I wanted to make a 21st century sound poem. And so I made a piece using text-to-speech that gets processed. And all these pieces are meant to be played live. And they were played live at various venues around, around many places. But the idea is that ultimately at the end of the day, it's on the screen. So it's kind of it's kind of ideal for showing in this format, weirdly, during these times. We actually started this project before the pandemic, but it's certainly apropos. And I'll stop babbling now. Maybe we can just watch, we can watch the first piece. It's called Autodidactic. It's about 5 minutes. And Tom, if you could cue that up, that would be really great.
D, A, Dada. New line. D, A, Dada. New line. D, 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 D.
Unselected. Table. No selection. Edit table. No edit text. Progress indicate edit text. Selected.
No.
Text. Selected. You are currently on text area.
If this is so, text it's so, it's just if and but text and just no well we j
text for
we what when j in
text 13 of 20. File menus of text edit file new command N you are new command N text edit You are currently on a text. Select
Via. Views.
text.
View. Voters. Violence. Voters.
Text.
Voted. Vote. Various. Voice. Via. Vary. Vice. Visit.
Text 5 of 83. You are currently on a text area.
Ice. Hip.
Two items.
Dada.
You missed. Can you hear us? Yeah.
Yes, so Jess, you should tell us a little bit about the video. It really was awesome. I really love the text-to-speech stuff and the data
Thank you.
influences.
Yeah. When it gets performed, I'm on stage and I'm. I don't usually like to do this, but I'm just sitting at a computer like I'm working at like the office or some stupid thing. And then, you know, I have a few pedals, analog pedals. I'll do it over here. Analog pedals on the side. And, so I'm actually typing in text and manipulating the screen, moving some ring modulators and loop pedals and stuff like that. So yeah, it's fun. So it's different every time, but this was especially made for the release.
And how do you retrieve the video, or how are the video images selected? Are they selected or are they fixed?
You mean the stuff you see on the screen?
Yes. I understand about the text to speech for the sound.
Improvise. So I actually use, I think the program's just called Text or Text Edit.
Oh,
it comes with Macs. You can just, you had the color wheel. So you could select different backgrounds and text colors. So if you look at the cursor moving around on the screen in that performance, you'll see I'm hitting different colors on the color wheel to change the text colors and background colors. While I'm at it, I should actually probably just really quickly mention.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. We have posters available. There's the color wheel.
Nice.
From Autodidactic, which turned into our poster. Okay. And so it's all improvised, the visuals and the sounds and the text. Although I start with the data, that's prearranged, and then ending with the data as well. That's sort of the anchor for a structured improv, you might say.
Wonderful. So what are we going to see next? Why don't you tell us what we're going to see?
So this is, just for some context, this next video is special just to this program, just for the Harvestworks crowd, because we love you guys so much. We made an infomercial, which really against my better judgment, we decided to Aimee made me. So that's my excuse. But yeah, so hopefully it's an infomercial. So it's informative and entertaining hopefully at the same time. You can judge for yourself. I don't want to tell you what to think of it. So it speaks for itself, though. We can discuss it afterwards. Why don't we give that a watch, Tom, if you don't mind?
Incredible invention. What can incredible inventions do for you? You'll find out on this exciting program. And here's the hostess of Incredible Inventions.
Hello, and welcome to Incredible Inventions. Today on Incredible Inventions, we have an incredible inventor. Her name is Aimee Norwich, and she is the inventor of the VHS USB telemedia system. It sounds very intriguing, and I'm very excited to learn about your amazing invention, Aimee. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me, Jess.
So what exactly is this amazing VHS USB system that I keep hearing so much about?
Well, Jess, I'm so glad that you asked. So basically what it is a VHS tape with a USB thumb drive mounted on it so you can actually view the media in digital format.
Wow, that sounds really exciting. How does it work?
Well, Jess, I'm glad that you asked. Basically, you have the VHS tape, right? And you think, what can I do with that? This is the trick.
Oh.
You turn it around, and as you see, the USB thumb drive is discreetly mounted inside the VHS tape. What we include is this 6-inch, very colorful USB cable. And what you do is you plug it in to the thumb drive located on the back of the VHS tape, and you plug it into your computer, and presto, you can view the media.
It's on the computer.
It's on the computer.
That is amazing.
This not only works as a multimedia viewing object, but you can also use it as a nutritional supplement. That's why I have all the vegetables out on the table. Okay, so basically you take the VHS tape and you just put it in there. Vegetables, liquids of your choice. I choose unsweetened coconut milk. It's a lot healthier, it's vegan, and that's always better. So basically, I choose to have apples and a lemon and a little bit of Grey Poupon, just for a little kick, like that. Stuff you can find around the house. I like a little salad dressing in mine, just, you know, for a little extra nutrition. And basically, you just turn the blender on and here we go. Yeah, okay, and we're done. And as you see, it looks very delicious. And I just pour a little glass for you and a glass for me.
Thank you, Aimee. Bottoms up. Wow, you can really taste the VHS in that. It's really coming through. Well, that is an amazing smoothie. And not just an amazing smoothie, but an amazing, incredible invention. The Telepresents USB VHS system by Aimee Norwich. Available on a computer near you. So thank you again for joining us for Incredible Inventions. Until next time. Cheers.
So that was awesome. Love the VHS tape in the mixer. You can't beat that. And vegan, plus being vegan. I mean, wow. Will certainly attract the younger crowd. Jess, you're muted as far as I can see.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying that the VHS tape is vegan as well. For
I
those
see.
that
Absolutely.
purchase. No, well, actually, probably a lot of animals were harmed in the making of the VHS tape. I don't know. I hope not.
Okay, Aimee, now let's get down to how you did it. You embed, what did you, okay, oh, did you embed an actual USB stick in the video case? How
Yes. So basically, yes, I did. Here is the back of the VHS. And if you see,
Ah,
I
there
put
it
the
is.
thumb drive discreetly embedded in there, and then you just plug in your computer cable. Oh.
But Amy, is there any physical
You know,
tape
you
in
plug
there
in.
at all?
Sorry, what was that, Carol?
Is there any physical tape in the cassette at all?
No, I gutted it so that we could put the dioramas.
Oh,
You actually the diorama video if you want. The diorama full view video.
Tom, if we could go to the first video.
So as you can see, the light breathes, and yeah, so you can see the breathing lights and the infinity scape in there, which all the sides are mirrored styrene, and then the viewing window is a two-way mirror. So when you look through it, you see an infinity scape of the beads that I have in there, the transparent lettering, which is a reference to Jess's Dada piece, and yeah, and lighting. So it's super fun. And, you know, if you're stressed out after work, you just turn that on and, you know, put your eye up to it and look at it and feel better.
It's an endless world inside of your VHS tape. It's you know, the infinity scape is it takes you to a whole different.
so does it bypass the computer screen and you look at it in the video, at
It's
the video
actually
cassette,
inside the tape.
in the cassette itself?
Yeah, it's inside the tape. If you push this button back here, which I discreetly mounted, I'm all about discreetly putting things, you know, on physical objects, then you can see that it turns it on.
I
See
see.
what? It's off, and then you turn it on.
I think maybe the easiest thing would be just to get that nice up and close into the camera, which is over there.
So my question is do you need the computer?
Not for this.
I see.
Turn
I
on.
see. I
No,
see.
you just, it's battery operated. There's a 3-volt battery in there.
I see.
And then there's a parallel circuit with 4 LEDs, and those are the breathing LEDs in there. So yeah, you don't, it's all, and then if you want to change the battery, you just unscrew it in the back, and there's an easily changeable, the little tiny quarter-sized batteries in there, and you just, yeah, you just change out the battery.
And I think if we had more time, we could, yeah, maybe this may not happen, but we were thinking of showing the screen when it gets plugged in, but it's the videos. Do you want to just show the regular edition as well?
Yes, the regular edition is this. You can bring up the pictures, Tom, of the, oh, that's the jig right there, yeah, that I used to build everything. But anyway, so the regular edition does not have the dioramas in it, okay? But it, as you see again, it has the USB mounted in the back, and we can see those 3 pictures of the regular edition, Tom, the 3 pictures.
So to understand what the package is, the edition that we're talking about, the limited edition, this is for $50. You get a download code of Jess's videos and sound, plus the diorama video cassette.
Yes, so just to be clear, there's two editions. There's the special edition, which is this, which is there's only 9 that currently exist or ever will exist, and they contain. I'm going to plug in Amy's. Plug it in there, Amy.
Oh, you just push the button. It's battery operated.
And these contain Amy's dioramas. There's
They're
9
like
of them.
secrets.
They're like secrets. Yes.
Yeah, they're magical, mysterious.
They're magical objects.
Nice.
And yeah, and so yeah, so they're very unique objects. I'm super thrilled that Aimee agreed to work with me. We had a blast making these, and I'm thrilled because it's really, I think it's a really unique thing that Aimee's doing, which is to make these, we all used to have, not all of us, but a lot of us used to have LPs and things like that, and
Cassette tapes.
well, yeah, cassette tapes too. But especially, I think the LP artwork, and I miss the physicalness of having a physical music making media. And so it does come with, these do come with downloads as an option if you wanted that, but the files are all on the thumb drive and the VCRs.
And so we have one video left. It's called the turning on video. Should we take a look at that?
No,
Yeah, we can-
because I already showed how to do that actually. And that one's just about, pressing the switch on the back to make the dioramas happen. It's
Yeah.
a little push button switch. If you can't fit your finger in there, then you can just get a pen or something like that and just push it.
Yeah. So the dioramas are in the special edition.
Yes.
9 of them. They cost a little more, but it's worth it. And then the regular edition are also available. And those do not have the dioramas, but they have everything else. They have the files. They obviously have a VHS tape with the USB and all that good stuff.
So if someone is interested in buying one, would they just go to JessRowlandStudio.com? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, or they can email Harvestworks and I'll pick it up and send it along to you guys.
Yeah. Jot it down. It's not that hard to remember, I guess.
No.
I don't know. Should have written it out or something. I apologize, but it's Jess Rowland
Studio.com.
Studio.com.
Okay,
Rowland
cool.
W.
All right. So are we ready for the third video?
Yeah, that sounds great.
That was totally fascinating. And so now we need to know, we want to know how you did it.
Sure. I had a piano and a cell phone and a computer. So I took my cell phone and I Skyped myself onto the computer.
Oh,
And then I took my cell phone and I put it in the piano. And there are 4 sections. The first one is I'm just putting it on the dampers and the hammers. The second one is I'm just lying it onto the to the keys. The other ones are striking the strings and placing it on the low strings at the end.
okay. So it's recording audio and video and sending it via Skype to your computer. And then are you recording it with Ableton or something, or what are you doing?
How did I do that?
How did you send that?
I actually, you can actually record your Skype conversations.
I see. Uh-huh.
And I definitely wanted to get the cell phone feedback. And I was very lucky to have an assistant helping me. So she helped with some of the settings. Gabby Polner. Gabby, if you're out there, thank you. Gabby's actually in the piece. I don't know if you can hear it, but she's making dolphin sounds at some point. So
I see. Cool.
you're saying that like made you think of dolphins. That was her. And but yeah, it was just a little bit of tweaking to get the room sound the way I wanted with the piano, so it have just enough feedback, but also really capture that cell phone microphone quality sound. And then I did do some post-processing on it later to get it nice and full.
And when you say tweaking, are you tweaking your cell phone, or you're tweaking the Skype call, or when you say tweaking, what is
Well,
it?
I don't know. I lost track. I lost track. Who knows anymore? That's the way I like it. At some point, you know what you're doing, and that's you're in a good zone.
It's pretty awesome. Yes, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, thank you. That was a piece that was going to be premiered in April and did not come through. So so I changed it to this sort of piece, and it was made right sort of at the beginning of this whole thing. So maybe something about that was captured.
Mm. So did you want to announce any other announcements, upcoming performances, or phone numbers?
We have some phone numbers. They're just random numbers. Call them. I don't know what's going to happen. I will. I'll get to it. Yeah, there's going to be. I'm working on some music for piano. Actually, I'm working with amazing pianist Manuel Laufer, sort of a new music pianist, and that's been really exciting. So that's maybe the next thing on the list. But okay, let's show the photo or the numbers. So we had a few technical glitches, minor glitches that prevented us from taking any questions you might have had. So I apologize for that if anybody had questions. But you can call this number here on this trusty device if you happen to have a question, just in the next minute, really. And I promise I will look at it, try to answer it. If there's no questions, that's fine too. I think we're about out of time here. It's been a good hour. Your time is running out. Anybody that wants to ask a random question?
You know, while you're waiting for questions, I could announce our upcoming events if that would be okay.
Yeah, sounds great.
So, you know, for the Harvestworks events, we have live streaming events, and then we also coordinate with other venues to present the works of our artists in residence and other innovative composers and visual artists that are working with emerging technology. So Tuesday, December 8th at 8 o'clock will be a piece by our technology immersion program artist, Eva Davidova. And this is an interactive piece for the internet. It's called Global Mode. And if you're interested, you can always go on the Harvestworks website or on Issue Project Room website. And then after that, on December 21st, we will be collaborating with UCLA Art Sci department again to present the Alien Stardust Signal to Noise. And it's a particularly interesting venue that it will be presented in. It's called the Integratron. And that's an unusual structure in California, I believe. So those are the things that are coming up for us. And did you receive any questions? Oops.
Sorry, I was on mute again. I got one question.
Cool.
It's a large question though. What's the artistic intent? I don't think I can answer that. I don't know.
The intent is to make stuff.
What was your intent, Aimee, when you made the VHS?
Well, I mean, I think it's just something to make people happy to look at the, you know, and the dioramas. And also Jess had mentioned that she wanted to release some work on VHS tape. And I asked her, well, how is anyone going to be able to view it, seeing as nobody has a VHS tape player anymore? And so then we were brainstorming, and it was like, well, let's release it on that object, you know, and make a visual piece out of it, as well as being able to view Jess's material on a computer in digital format, high res.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just to follow on that, I think a large part of our intent, I don't know if the term artistic applies to this, but a large part of our intent was to stay sane during the quarantine. And so we kind of mutually decided this would be one way to keep us from descending into a void or something.
yeah, keeping our minds occupied, at least for me, getting, really on the micro level helps a lot.
Mhm.
Because you just kind of go into your own world and just make stuff and it
Yeah.
feels good.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah, I think
For
that's,
me, anyway.
I mean, we can dive into the, academic explanations for things, but I think at the end of the day, as artists,
It's just about making stuff.
it's about making stuff and surviving and keeping going and
Definitely.
trying to be true to ourselves and to other people. So I think that's the larger answer to that question. Yeah.
Any more explanations?
I think that's it. There's just one other quick thing I wanted to say before we sign off, which is that I wanted to, I was just mentioning how this project is basically a lifeboat for me in so many ways. It couldn't have happened, this event couldn't have happened without the support of Harvestworks. And it's probably been said a million times, but during times like these, you really do appreciate some things you take for granted. And I think, not that I ever took Harvestworks for granted, but I always just assumed it would be there and relied on it. And I just wanted to say thank you, big thank you to Harvestworks and to Carol for all the work you do, and also Tom for helping out so much today. I cannot express to you how much it means to both of us. It means the world. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're totally welcome. We just, it's our mission and our passion to do that.
Support Harvestworks.
Thank you very much. Okay, I guess we'll sign off and hopefully we'll see you in the future. Tune in, turn on, all that. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Yeah, all of it. And thank you for having us. Thank you out there in TV land for joining us today.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Mm.